Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Survive, starring Sophie Turner as a woman who is basically going to kill herself, but then has to survive in the wilderness after a plane crash. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So it's basically what I said. Sophie Turner is getting out of rehab, but she is not happy and wants to kill herself and plans on killing herself in the plane when the plane crashes. And the only survivors are the guy she made friends with right before the plane and sat next to, and her. She survived because she was in the bathroom. They say that's a thing, by the way. Corey Hawkins is his name. I don't know if I've seen him before. He looks familiar. So they say it's a thing if you're in the back of the plane. A lot of times it survives. You know, assuming you're not, beaten to death as you bounce around as it crashes. Let's see who wrote this thing. Written by Richard Abate, and Jeremy Ungar. Directed by Mark Pellington. Is it based on a book? Well, it doesn't say. I'm not seeing it. Feels like a book. Oh, wait, here it is. Based on a book by Richard Abate. Okay. Oh, and he co-wrote the screenplay. So that's good. That's good. I think that's a good sign. It's a solid premise. I don't know where they crashed. We're going to take a slight divergent over Mount Everest. You know, where are they flying from? Maybe Montana? Maybe they flew over Montana or something. I don't know. It looks okay. It's a good premise. Here, let me get the... There's the two of them climbing. Yeah, let's leave it on that one. It's a good premise because it's like, it's the irony of Sophie Turner's character, like, about to kill herself, and then she's forced to survive. Partly because deep down she kind of wants to, but partly because she made friends with Corey Hawkins on the plane, and now, he needs her to survive, right? Two people trying to survive are better than one on a mountain or whatever. So they have to climb down the mountain and traverse the forest and fight wolves and all the other things people do when they survive in a plane crash. At least they're not eating the bodies. I'm not huge on these survival movies. Sometimes they're okay. I don't know. This feels like it's going to be more focused on the drama than the actual survival. Like interesting survival techniques I would like to see on a mountain. That's why I used to watch the Bear Grylls show all the time. I'm not so sure this will have that. Maybe a little bit of it. I also question whether or not there are still places in the world that are that remote. And, he says in the trailer, like, oh, no one's coming to find us. A plane, nobody comes to find a plane crash full of people? No one? In America? In the world? Plane dropped off the radar. Oh, well. Oh, well. No sense looking for those people. We're not going to send a helicopter or anything? Nope, they're effed. They're probably all dead anyway. Who cares? You're telling me that's it? I'm pretty sure they would send a helicopter something to look for them. Unless there were a lot of big storms, and look at the weather. It seems pretty clear. Seems snowy, but very clear. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to wait, I guess, but in this sort of weather, it's shot nice. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. Where the hell is this? And how do you manage to land on top of the mountain? That's what I don't understand. But okay. There's somewhere, I guess maybe in the Rockies? Is that where they are? Yeah, that would make sense. Coming out of California rehab and you're crossing the Rockies and you crash. So maybe her buddy Corey is, skilled in the area of survival. And I don't know if she is. I kind of doubt it, considering that she's in rehab and wanting to kill herself. It speaks to a character that is like maybe not so skilled in survival. Uh, so yeah, this will give Sophie Turner a chance to act, maybe shake off the whole X-Men fiasco, and not for nothing, the Game of Thrones that we all like to forget towards the end. Seems okay. She seems to be an okay actress. You know, still hot. Yeah, here's where, you know, they get off the snowy mountains. I mean, that's half the battle, getting off the snow. Now they got to deal with wolves. Would I watch it? I guess. I mean, first act, it's going to be the rehab and, you know, the whole wind up to their characters, and they meet and they get on the plane and blah, 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 blah. She goes into the bathroom to kill herself and the plane crashes. Get out of the plane, everybody's dead. She's going to finish herself off, and then Corey shows up and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, you survived." "Oh, I did. I'm the only other person on the plane that survived other than you." "Oh, that's a coincidence. We both know each other." So then he convinces her, "No, I need you to survive. Come on. Don't be a jerk. You can always kill yourself later." "Okay, I'll survive." And then they're on a mission of survival, and terrible things happen, and they sort of bond along the journey. I suspect that he gets horribly injured at some point, and she's forced to take care of him. Right? Probably by this point in the movie, she has to survive the wolf. I doubt he dies. I would say, though, he probably gets injured. There's a scene, there's the wolf. There's a scene where there's an avalanche. I'm saying about maybe halfway through the movie. Oh, there's the shot I wanted. Here, he finds her in the bathroom. So there's a shot of him, and the avalanche comes, and he gets caught up in it, and she digs him out, but he's probably injured from that point on. And the third act probably is the wolf, her killing the wolf, or tricking the wolf, or getting away from the wolf, or something. Possibly it attacks him, further injuring him, and she does what she has to do to save him. And in the end, they're rescued. She, I don't know, makes like one of those like, you know, things where they make a stretcher and they drag you through the woods. They make a stretcher out of sticks and drag it, and drag the injured person out, like something like that. And then in the end, she finds the will to survive. And that's why it's called Survive. Because it's about surviving rehab and surviving the plane crash. It's not a bad analogy at all. It's not totally my type of movie. I like it, but I don't like it. I like that there's some exciting survival stuff. The drama, that's all right, I guess. It's not totally in my wheelhouse, but I would watch it. You know, if somebody told me it was good, I'd be like, okay, I'll watch this. I definitely think it would be watchable for me. It wouldn't be on the top of my list, but I'd put it up there. I think it'll be a decent movie, especially since it's based on a book. Typically, like I said, books have more detail, so there's going to be more layering in this. You know, and then in the end, they both survive, and I don't know, they probably become a couple, right? I mean, that'll bond you to the person, if nothing else will. "Oh my God, we spent a week surviving in the wilderness. I love you." "You saved my life. I love you too." Let's read the write-up. When their plane crashes on a remote, snow-covered mountain, Jane and Paul have to fight for their lives as the only remaining survivors. Together they embark on a harrowing journey out of the wilderness. I wish you told me what wilderness, though. That to me would be a big factor. But I'm a stickler for details. So yeah, when's this? Does this open in theaters? Feels like a theater movie, because you would have, you know, scenic vistas. It would be a shame just to sort of throw it into VOD and not have a theatrical release at all. And you know, Sophie Turner's been in movies, so can she open a movie and have box office? Maybe. Corey Hawkins, that name sounds vaguely familiar. You know, maybe. But looks fine. Looks fine. And that's it for me, Tony D. And Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. For our more base takes, I will be at the Egg Harbor Township Library today at 6 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. So if you need to hunt the Jersey Devil, you need to talk to me. So come on down to the library and see my talk. It should be fun for the whole family. And I got all kinds of stuff this week, so check the link below. If you're in the South Jersey area, you want to see my talks, this is the week to do it. I am in 5 different locations this week. So today is Egg Harbor Township. Tomorrow is, I have to look at the thing. I can't read my own handwriting on my calendar. Tomorrow is the Tyndall Road Brewery. That's in Bordentown. Then Gloucester City Museum the next day in Gloucester City, New Jersey. That's on Thursday. Then Saturday, Meet the Author Book Festival at the Library of Monroe Township in Williamstown. And then Sunday is the Village Idiot Brewery at Mount Holly. And then Wednesday, I'm on quite a tear this month, is the West Windsor Library. And that concludes February. And there's a bunch of stuff for May. So I am working it. I'm working it, baby. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.